That old oak tree right up there is looking pretty rough. Half of it's broke off. So I'm gonna get on that side over there and try to push it back this way. Just doesn't look safe, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. So you might see some people try to dig around these things first. I'm just gonna see what's happening. But the one very important thing to do, as you saw when I showed you the picture, everything on this side is already kind of died and broken off, so I don't have to worry about any free falling limbs or widowmakers coming down on top of the machine. Tree's kind of leaning that way anyway, so it's perfect. But you want to make sure you get really high up the tree. That way, if any part of this thing kind of snaps and falls, you have the momentum going away from us. And most likely, if it's going to snap, it's going to snap down here towards the bottom. So I don't recommend many people do this. I've done it a lot. But I've also seen a video of a young kid digging around a big, giant oak tree that was still alive. So he dug all the way around the roots, not knowing what he was doing. And on that last little bit, pulling on the bottom of the roots, the tree actually fell on top of the machine and crushed it, killed him. So unless you just have a ton of experience, just don't do it. But I mean, I kind of know what's going to happen with this tree, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and push it over. I will say this too real quick. Sometimes you see people push it like this with the backside of the bucket, just to kind of keep it a little flat. But I don't do that because you lose control if that machine, if the tree tries to go one way or the other. It's on the slick side of that bucket, so you don't have a way of controlling the direction that it goes. Whereas if I put some teeth in it, do it right, so I'm not like crushing it, but if I put the teeth in it, when I push it over and I continue to walk forward with it, I can kind of steer it down as it goes. So I'm gonna use the tracks to kind of control the momentum. That way I can just ease into it. And then we're gonna watch down here at the base of the tree to make sure nothing's cracking or snapping. See, there she goes. Look at there. Piece of cake. And look, I mean, it's a good thing we pushed it over, because this thing was coming over anyway. I mean, there was nothing left on the inside of it. But if I just imagine if I would have reached down there and dug at the roots, I could have pulled one of those roots and it would have been just enough to snap this tree, and I have no way of knowing which direction it's going to go in. So just assume I'm grabbing a root and pulling it towards me, and guess what? I have to assume the momentum of that is going to cause that tree to come over on top of me. So that's why I don't typically dig around the roots at all. I try to see if I can get enough weight on this thing and get it leaning in the direction I want it to go before I ever mess with it.
but it's not. Like, if you see these oak trees, these two right here in front of me, I kind of left them and worked around them. But I don't know if you can see it. You'll see when they come down, they're just wadded up with vines. There's just no way to get that stuff down. Like, you can pull on it, you're going to break limbs, half of it's going to break off and stay in the tree, and it's just not going to look good. So we are being very selective in what I take out of here. But, I mean, imagine if you're in an RV or a camper parked up here on the hill, looking through that, it's just blocking that beautiful view. So what I'm trying to do is just thin some of this stuff out and be very selective and, you know, leave what adds value to it and get rid of what's taken away from it. That's what I'm trying to accomplish.
some TVs.